On a Thursday night, it is time for the El Centro City Championship game. Here is Carroll Buckley.
Well, thank you, Gabe Lemus. We are at Eagle Stadium. The Southwest Eagles are hosting crosstown rival, the Central Union High School Spartans. And it is the city championship game. It is for the Cal Jones Trophy. What used to be the Mayor's Trophy is now the Cal Jones Trophy, and that is what is at stake tonight. That and bragging rights. The high school football broadcast on AM 1230 KXO is brought to you by the CB Stop in Calexico, Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, Julie Oliver, your Allstate insurance agent with Dickey Insurance Services, by the Central Union High School District, McNeece Mart, Dogwood and Maine in El Centro, Stan's Auto Body in El Centro, Imperial Valley College, by the Town Pump and Brownies Diner in Brawley, and by the Broken Yolk Café in El Centro. I'm Carroll Buckley. With me in the booth, John Driffill. Our producer-engineer is Gabe Lemus, and we have technical assistance provided by Kurt Huffman. Tonight's game, well, like I said, bragging rights. The two teams, kind of a different trajectory for the teams. Coming into this game, the Central Spartans are 4-4, but they're 2-0 in league. The Southwest Eagles are 2-6. They are 0-2 in the league. The Central Spartans, Brawley Wildcats tied atop the Imperial Valley League. The Wildcats with a bye tonight. Calexico and Imperial, they will tee it up tomorrow night. Mickey Dale, George Grijalva will have that game for you on AM 1230 KXO and on the KXO website, KXORadio.com. Our game tonight, live on AM 1230 KXO and on the KXO YouTube channel. We've got more coming up on our pregame festivities on AM 1230.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Are you looking for some fun Halloween activities? Look no further, for we have the event for you. On October 30th at 7 p.m., Southwest Orchestra presents Fright Night. This will be a concert filled with spooky and haunted selections for everyone to enjoy. So for the show, join us for an interim petting zoo and a costume contest beginning at 5:30. Tickets are $8 at the Southwest ASB office or at the Southwest Chamber Facebook page and $10 at the door. We all hope you can come join us at our spectacular event. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
High school football, we're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel, which means you can tune in anywhere in the world. John Driffill, the teams, as we've mentioned, somewhat going in different directions, but it's the city championship. So pretty much anything goes.
Well, not only that, Carroll, but last week we saw Southwest come alive in the second half. They were getting shut out, and they scored 3 touchdowns. You mentioned in the radio cast last week that they did some adjustments at halftime, and basically one of those adjustments was they took Derek Mankin and put him in the backfield on the offensive side to give some protection to Youngers, and Youngers responded by throwing 3 touchdown passes in the second half. So Southwest has something to build on, and they certainly will look forward to that and trying to get out to a quick start and see if they can put Central back on their heels.
Well, that was one of the adjustments, a very positive adjustment, making an H-back in that, from that position, not really a slot, not really a wing, but the H-back able to block, and he's got some good size to do that blocking, as well as the ability, obviously, to catch a pass, and we saw that, or run the football.
Yes, he can do all of those things, and on defense, he's one of their important stand-up linemen on the defensive line with a lot of pressures and sacks, tackles for losses, etc. We saw him last week on several occasions actually chase players down from the opposite side. He lined up on the left side of the defense, and Palo Verde only threw 2 passes all game, so they were running the ball every play, and we saw Mankin several times from his left stand-up in go clear across and make tackles on the right sidelines and knock kids out of bounds for short gains. So he is a very important player for this Southwest Eagles football team.
Well, the Spartans, not a lot of change. There's been a little bit of shuffling along the front line, but what they've been doing seems to work. So I think we're going to see them, for the most part, continuing to do what they do. And part of that has to do with Damian Rodriguez, who right now leads the Imperial Valley League in passing. And he's got a couple of good targets, John.
Yes, he's actually got a loaded backfield, and we can start with the super freshman, Sergio Garcia. That kid is having a standout season if he was a senior. He's just tremendous receiver. And then they've also got Elijah Perez, another senior that they can throw to. Arturo Estrada, sophomore, he's got a lot of receptions. And we haven't even gotten to Gavin Marini, who was one of their most important receivers last year, and now as a junior, makes some big catches. And again, Skylar Cook is in the mix. He's a junior, probably the best football player on most any field that he steps on down here in the Valley. And he has been getting integrated more and more into the offense. Didn't play much at all on offense the first couple of weeks. Then the last few weeks, he was put in kind of like Mankin as a blocking back. He would go in motion and lead through the hole for the running backs of the Central Spartans. And usually that's Charlie Sullivan. As we know, his counterpart, O'Donnell, for the Eagles gets most of the carries. Sullivan gets most of the carries for the Spartans. And we've seen that same Charlie Sullivan be in the Wildcat, where he'll take a snap and run wherever the hole happens to develop. So both teams come in here with some momentum. Central with a very big victory over Imperial last week. Imperial's got a lot of good football players. David Shaw in his second year. Actually, it's really only his first and a half year because he came in late last year and didn't get a chance to do much in the spring because of COVID and all of that. So we look to see his team getting better. And it's going to be interesting tomorrow seeing Imperial against Calexico. Calexico beat these Eagles last week, and so we'll see, 2 weeks ago. So we'll see now what happens when the Eagles play the Spartans here tonight, and then Mickey Dale will be calling the game tomorrow night. We'll see what happens between Calexico and Imperial. Should have good games tonight and tomorrow night.
Well, we'll continue with more of our pre-game festivities coming up.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District, in-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Centro. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 Express wash to the $9 Deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 Premium wash. Also, purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
John Driffill, again, we'll put records aside. It's the city championship game, so we know it's going to be a good one. Games that are tomorrow night, we've already been talking about Imperial and Calexico. Brawley has the bye this week. Palo Verde and Vincent Memorial, they will play tomorrow evening, and I believe they will play right here on this field, John. It's going to be... No, they will play, Palo Verde and Vincent Memorial will play in Blythe. And Calapat will take on St. Margaret's School out of San Juan Capistrano. Holtville and Mountain Empire will tee it up. So there's where we go with the schedule for tomorrow night, but what we have tonight is going to be a good one. We've got more coming up on our pregame show.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 Intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
And John Driffill, the captains are meeting at midfield, and the coin toss, Sylvia Marroquin of the El Centro City Council will toss the coin. And J.J. Jackson is wearing the white hat tonight. He will be the lead official for our crew tonight. And let's see what happens with the coin toss. Typically, whoever wins the coin toss is typically going to defer. But if you remember, John, we have seen one time where the person that won the coin toss ended up kicking off to start the second half as well as the first half because they miscalled the play. Remember that one?
Yes, that was just a miscommunication. The young man got a little bit excited. Now, we also have seen previously when there was a huge win, we get those big west winds at times, and we've seen a team elect to have the other team kick into the win both first half and second half. So we have seen it before, but usually the weather dictated those kinds of decisions.
And we're waiting to see the coin toss has taken place, and the teams have made their decisions, and the decision is that Central won the coin toss, and they have deferred to the second half. They will be kicking off, and we've got that kickoff coming up on AM 1230 KXO Centro.
Hacienda Snack Bar has been around for a long time, serving breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, serving your favorite breakfast burritos to the Hacienda Burger. And when it comes to catering, they do it right with good hot food. They can put a meal together to fit your budget for any size party, big or small. Stop by Hacienda Snack Bar at 941 K Street in Brawley. Talk to Mario and let him cater your next event, or call 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542.
Milos Rodriguez will do the kicking chores for the Central Spartans, and we knew it was going to be a problem, John, but the gold jerseys with white numerals are nigh on to impossible to read.
We do have two deep backs near the 10-yard line, and Milos, if any is indication previous, usually has about a 20-yard line foot. So we'll see. They have two other players standing up at the 20-yard line, meaning the Eagles. So Miles getting ready to kick off.
Milos Rodriguez has it lined up, and everybody says we're ready, and we are underway. A deep kick, filled it at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25, looking for some running room, and being spun down at about the 24-yard line. And I believe that was Miguel Sandoval on the return.
Yeah, Milos was able to reach the 15-yard line, so he's put some more oomph in that kick, a little more adrenaline tonight, as the Eagles will start first and 10 from their own 24.
And the Eagles come out. Gee, guess who's in the backfield right next to Logan Youngers? And the handoff is to McDonough. And Esteban McDonough picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we expect Mr. McDonough to get far and away the bulk of the ball carries tonight.
And Mankin is in the H-back position.
Again, it is McDonough. McDonough, nothing in the middle, cuts it to the outside, spins down to about the 34-yard line. And that is where he is brought down by Michael Fisher.
Southwest, right up on the football line of scrimmage, ready to go. Very successful 2 first plays, picking up 9 yards, giving a short 3rd and 1 here.
Handoff it is. Handed off to McDonough, and McDonough will lose a yard as he is met and pushed back, leading the charge for the Spartans was Jared Martin, and it'll bring up 4th and 3
Charlie Sullivan was also in on that tackle as those two stand-up defensive men both rushed through the gaps and no chance for McDonough to go anywhere. So 4th and about 3, they'll have to kick.
Elijah Perez is back to receive. Snap is back. Kick is away. It's a beautiful kick. And Perez will let it bounce, and it'll roll down all the way down to the 25-yard line. It'll be dead ball there, and the Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. So that amounted to one pretty good kick.
Yes, nice 45-yard punt. Call it a 30-yard kick with a 15-yard bounce. And the Central receiver, a little different than we saw up at Palm Desert. He ran away from the football, so I think the coaches have gotten through to him that if you're not going to catch it, get away from it.
Rodriguez brings them out. Sullivan right next to him. Back to pass, dumps it off. It is complete out in the flat and across the 40 to the 50, the 40. Got one man to beat. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown.
Stepped out of bounds, Carroll. Somewhere back near midfield. Actually, even before he got to midfield, they said he stepped out of bounds. But I believe, looking at the young man run, I'm going to guess it was Sergio Garcia.
Nope, Gavin Marini.
He hasn't turned around yet. But
it was Gavin Marini catching the pass in the flat, a little bit of a screen off in the flat. Marini and Garcia now both come out on the right side. 1st and 10. Same play, the other side. This one goes incomplete. A little bit too high for Marini. But, hey, it worked to the left side. Let's bring it back to the right side. Good thought.
And Central speed is going to give Southwest problems tonight, as we've seen that. Central does have explosive speed at several positions.
It is Rodriguez from the pistol. In motion goes Cook. And somebody, one of the offensive linemen got it knocked down on his keister as one of the Eagles a little bit early.
So that will push the football into Southwest territory across midfield on the 48, now bringing up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, same formation, trips on the right side. Now Cook goes in motion. And play action, fires downfield. Marini's got it to 35, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Gavin Marini with a 48-yard score. And that was a dart, John. That was no arc, right to Marini and into good coverage.
And let's give Southwest coaching staff credit because their safety read that play, and he broke on the football. I'm sure he thought he was going to have a chance for interception, but that ball had some mustard on it, and he just wasn't quite able to get his fingertips on it.
And now the Eagles jump off again. The kick is up, and I believe the kick was good, but let's see.
They blew it dead because he jumped offside, so it's let's see now. Central would elect to go for 2 since they only have a yard and a half to get. Doesn't appear to be. Looks like they're going to kick it again.
The Spartans will now try again. Hayden Hernandez, the holder. The kick is up. The kick is good. We've got 9:37 to play in the first quarter. The score, Central 7, Southwest nothing. Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District. In-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Central. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School. But John Driffill, we have seen the Spartan speed cause problems for other teams. And right there, caused some problems for the Eagles. Kick is away. And again, it'll be fielded at about the 15, out to the 20. Hit and spins and stays on his feet across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. And that is where the Eagles will put it in play.
Nice return, as you mention often, Carroll. No sideline to sideline running. It was pure north and south. North and south, right up the field, and the young man was able to bring it across the 25.
1st and 10, Eagles. They've got the ball on their own 27-yard line. Youngers drops back, looks, fires. It's complete and hit and dropped immediately after the catch. And
that's got to be Derek Mankin.
Yep.
He's the biggest player on their team. And he stood up and caught it for about a 3-yard gain.
And he was hit and dropped as soon as he caught it. I believe that was Rodolfo Liziola who made the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, we had that same player that just made the reception, took off a half a count early, so that's going to put Southwest back 5 yards.
And that will make it 2nd and 12. 13. 7 and 5 is how many? You had to think about it, John.
Yeah, I'm not a math major.
It's 2nd and 13.
So Southwest, couple penalties already in the early going, kind of showing off their nerves.
Youngers back to pass, chase out of the pocket, turns it upfield and slides down. Good move. And he'll get it past the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up 3rd and 9. So a pickup of 4. Standing there, Nate Smith was ready to put the shoulder pads into him, but Youngers, as he's been coached, slid down. 3rd and 9. Youngers back to pass again, looking, chase out of the pocket again, turns it upfield and is grabbed and spun down from behind. And beautiful tackle coming up behind Nicholas Jimenez. Nicholas is 6 foot 285 and has excellent speed on that pursuit. It'll be 4th and 8.
Youngers was getting ready to slide down again, and as you called it, the player just grabbed him and wrapped him up and took him down.
And when you're 285 pounds and you take somebody down, they down, and they stay down. High snap, gets away a short kick. It'll bounce at the 48 and bounce out of bounds across the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line in Spartan territory. So the Spartans will put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
1st and 10, Spartans. Trips on the left side. That's the wide side. Sergio Garcia alone on the right side, but now Marini goes in motion and fires the pass downfield. There are 2 flags. One as the play got underway, one that came later.
Yeah, the first play is going to be a motion. The central man that went in motion broke up field before the snap, and I think that's what all the flags are. So it's going to move them back 5 yards, although they can take the play, make it 2nd and 10, but they want 1st and 15.
Spotted on the 44, 1st and 15. Spartans out of the huddle very quickly. Garcia wide on the right side. He's alone over there. And dump it off. It is complete to Marini on the left flat, out across the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, moves inside and into the end zone. I don't see any laundry.
That's another touchdown.
So that would be a 56-yard touchdown completion to Gavin Marini. I wonder if he and Damian Rodriguez had a talk before the game. Marini has been a target, but not always the favorite target, John.
Yeah, this year he has not put up the stats, but obviously the Central team, they're so deep, they can go at you many ways. And we mentioned Marini is one of the players that gives these Spartans that team speed.
Miles Rodriguez puts the ball up and through. 7:04 to play in the first quarter. Our score, it is Central 14, Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Well, the Central Spartans go 56 yards on one play. That is a completion from Rodriguez to Marini. And he sprints down the far sideline, 56 yards into the end zone. The point after attempt by Miles Rodriguez was good. And we stand at 14-0. The Central Spartans with a lead here halfway through the first quarter. Kick is away, a low driving kick. It's fielded at the 15, looking for some running room, finds some off to the right side, and that would be McDonough. And Esteban McDonough brings the ball out to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Eagles.
And once again, McDonough took a line drive about the 18-yard line and ran straight upfield as you're coached to do. And this is good field position for the Eagles, starting on their own 32.
Those are the kicks I did not want to catch. 1st and 10, handoff, McDonough cuts it right up the middle across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Esteban McDonough picks up the Eagles' first down of the evening, spotted on the 45, so it's a pickup of 13. 1st and 10. Mankin in the H-back slot. McDonough with the handoff behind the block of Mankin, and then he is wrapped up. The ball for the Spartans was Julian Cortez and Nicholas Jimenez. Nicholas Jimenez has stepped up tonight, John.
Yes, and they're going to need him. The Eagles have had a lot of success running to their left side. That's behind Mankin with the lead block. McDonough's been able to get positive yards, all but one carry.
2nd and 8. Play action, dump it off in the flat. It is complete to Mankin. Mankin is swarmed on by Spartans, and he will cross the midfield stripe, be down at the 49-yard line in Spartan territory for the first time tonight. It is 3rd down and 4.
And as the Eagles do penetrate Central Spartan territory here on the early going, Logan Younger's 2 for 2. Both the receptions to Mankin.
Younger's play action is hit as he dumps it off, and with penetration and pressure was Martin. I think it was supposed to be a screen to Mankin. Mankin caught it, but he was on his belly when he caught it, John.
Yeah, that was very close to hitting the ground first. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and Southwest is sending their punting team out on the field.
And getting some work in tonight is Matei Cervantes, the punter. Short snap, and then the pitch back to Cervantes, and he is swarmed. The snap went to the up back, the blocker.
And that is the coach's son, Seneca Haynes. And then as soon as he saw pressure, he pitched it. And Central Spartans not fooled. That was a good play, field position, except to pull a fake play like that. But Central was able to put a stop to it from the get-go, and they take over great field position on the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Loss of 5, And they turn the ball over on downs. 1st and 10 Spartans from the Eagle 46-yard line. Cook goes in motion. Cook gets the handoff. Student body to the right side, sweeps it upfield, crosses the 40, and a big tackle, Logan Mankin in on the tackle, along with him, Jonah Estrada. As Skylar Cook picks up 6, 2nd and 4, spotted on the 40. Spartans come out.
Central's first rush of the evening was his previous play, Carroll.
That was a pitch forward, John. It was a pass. Looking downfield, got a man wide open downfield, had 2 men wide open, and one of them ends up with the ball, and that is Garcia. Sergio Garcia high steps into the end zone. The only contention for the pass was another Spartan receiver, as 2 of them ended up in the same area. And Charlie Sullivan and Sergio Garcia. Garcia ends up with the football and takes it into the end zone for the score. Milas Rodriguez will try the point after. Snap back, kick up, and the kick is good. We've got 3:49 to play in the first quarter. It is Central 21, Southwest nothing.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 express wash to the $9 deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 premium wash. Also purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
We've got about 3 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Central Spartans lead the Southwest Eagles 21-0. Milas Rodriguez to kick off. A short pooch kick. It'll bounce at the 35 and then fumbled and recovered by the Eagles. They will have it 1st and 10, and we will spot it on the Eagles' 34-yard line. Spartans go 47 yards on 2 plays as Ramirez was 2 of 2 passing. The big one, 46 yards for the touchdown to Sergio Garcia. Youngers dumps it off on a screen in the middle and turning it upfield and getting some running room. And then being pushed out of bounds is McDonough. And McDonough brought down by Angel Ortiz.
Second first down here in the first quarter for the Eagles. Nice, well-designed play. Younger stood in, took the hit, was able to deliver the ball, and McDonough did the rest.
If you are going to rush with the intensity the Spartans are coming at Youngers, dump it off on the screen. From the pistol, Youngers fakes it to McDonough, chased out of the pocket again, turns it upfield, and he'll gain a yard, and that's it. And doing the chasing for the Spartans was Rodolfo Lizola and Dominic Lerma.
In the early going here, Carroll, for the Central Spartans, Rodriguez is 5 for 6, and Youngers is perfect, 4 for 4.
2nd and 9. The handoff is to McDonough. Nothing inside. He cuts it to the outside. Skylar Cook has him in his sights and does bring him down. Not till he picks up 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 1, a long one.
Excellent run by McDonough as the play was designed to go inside, and the Spartans took that away with a good interior defensive line play. McDonough broke it to the outside. 3rd and short now.
Mankin in that H-back spot. McDonough right behind Youngers. The handoff is to McDonough, and McDonough will lose a yard. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Running it right into the middle of the Spartan offense hasn't been especially successful, John.
Yeah, we'll see now if the Eagles go ahead and kick this away. They are inside Spartan territory while sitting on the 44-yard line. The punting team is out on the field, and Seneca Haynes is the up blocker.
Staff is back. Kick is away. Another beautiful punt. It'll bounce at the 15, roll down, and be downed at about the 5-yard line. So the Spartans will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
And it is right up the middle, and with that, it was Charlie Sullivan, and Sullivan picks up 7.
That's the Wildcat, where they like to just snap the ball to Sullivan, and he took it right up through the hole between the center guard gap.
Sullivan again in the quarterback slot, and one of the Eagles a little bit anxious, and bumps into the Spartan center, which will mean 1st down for the Spartans.
That is Central's 5th first down, but that's because they've had one play drive and two play drives, so they haven't had a chance to pick up many first downs.
And it is right up the middle again, Charlie Sullivan. Charlie Sullivan will pick up 3, bring up 2nd and 7. The Spartans not looking to show a whole lot.
Looks like Rodriguez is back out on the field, as that was the first 2 rushes of the game, and now we have the end of the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter of play, our score, it is Central 21, Southwest nothing.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley.
You are listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
The Central Spartans are now going to be going right to left across your dial from east to west here at Eagle Stadium, Eagle Field, on the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro. And let's see what we got. What we got is Damian Rodriguez at quarterback. Right next to him is Charlie Garcia. Trips on the right side. And now
we're seeing the symbol for delay of game, which is pretty hard to do after a change of quarters. But once the play clock is put in motion, you got to hike the football. So Central will be backed up, their first penalty of the game.
Arturo Estrada Lines up on the outside.
Charlie Sullivan, the more familiar halfback spot.
And it is Estrada on the sweep, turns it upfield, and is hit, dances around, and will pick up about 8 yards, John. Let's see where they actually end up spotting. They'll spot it right on the 25. So he picks up a bunch.
That's a 10-yard pickup, but because of the delay of game, they still now have third and about 4.
And one of the Eagles limps off, and we're ready to play. Third and about 4. Rodriguez fires into the fight. It's complete and struggling forward. Progress will give him the first down.
We'll have to see under that pile of
that was
Southwest
Sullivan.
players.
Sullivan on the catch.
And it is a first down for the Spartans.
The coming out on the right side, it's Marini, Cook, and Estrada. Garcia wide on the right side. Back to pass, Rodriguez. Damian Rodriguez fires deep downfield and intended for Sergio Garcia. Good coverage downfield, and the timing was not quite right.
Beautiful pass as Rodriguez showed off his arm. He put that ball 50 yards in the air. Unfortunately, the receiver was only 40 yards downfield.
He was covered like a jacket, which you don't need tonight because the weather is perfect.
That brings up 2nd and 10.
Damian Rodriguez has Sullivan right behind him. Marini goes in motion, and that one, I don't know where that one was headed, but it was nowhere near Skylar Cook, who appeared to be the intended receiver.
Yeah, I believe, Carroll, that it was supposed to be a hitch and go, and the receiver didn't hitch. He just stopped, and the ball went flying. So after starting 5 for 6, now that's 2 missed fires. Previous 2 attempts brings up 3rd and 10.
Rodriguez looking downfield. Now he'll tuck the ball under his arm, and he will get the first down. He crosses the 40, across the 50, and pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line in Eagle territory. Damian Rodriguez, we don't see him run very often, John.
25-yard pickup, and if nothing else, that's going to give Brawley something to think about when they go into practice tomorrow, since they have an off day. First time we've seen Rodriguez actually break a play and run.
Trips on the left side again, the wide side. And chased out of the pocket. Rodriguez got a man wide open. Skylar Cook at the 10, and the ball is batted away. Great defensive play. Cook had it in his arms.
We've got penalty flags down all over the place too, Carroll, so I'm not sure what this is.
But a great defensive play. And, okay, Southwest is wearing gold jerseys with white numbers. You cannot read the numbers. Ineligible downfield.
So Southwest can take it and make it 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 15, or they can make it 3rd and 10. Looks like they're going to take the penalty.
And we'll march it back.
5 yards.
It'll be 1st and 15 back in Spartan territory at the 48.
Make it 1st and 15, and that play is nullified like it never happened.
And I wish I could tell you who it was on the coverage. And into the middle, it is Sullivan. Sullivan picks up 5. I believe on that coverage, the guy that broke it up was Nathan Rodriguez on the Skylar Cook play, John.
Yeah, Nathan has been playing cornerback all year long. He's done a very good job. And I would agree with that, although it may be Andres Lopez. He's out here too now on this side of the field.
I think that Rodriguez has Cook. Looking same play, it is overthrown, intended for Elijah Perez. And it'll go incomplete.
That is the third straight incompleted pass by Damian Rodriguez after having early success now.
That's what we would call a post pattern. Starts off down and then kind of curls in towards the goal post.
There were various players open way back underneath that deep throw. Let's see if Central goes to them.
Hit, but getting away, finding a man open at the 20, the 5, the touchdown completed to Charlie Sullivan as Damian Rodriguez got hit, slipped away from the Southwest Eagle rusher and fired downfield to Charlie Sullivan. Sullivan takes it in for the score. Milas Rodriguez will try a fourth PAT. Snap back, kick is up, and the kick is wobbly, but it is good. 9:03 to play in the first half. It is Central 28 and Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and Flavor Lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
The Spartans will kick off. And another line drive kick, and they will let it bounce, and it'll go down and die at the 1 yard line, but there is a flag on the play. Offside against the Spartans. That Spartan scoring drive, their fourth scoring drive, 95 yards on 10 plays, 5 on the ground, just 1 of 5 passing for Damian Rodriguez, but that one was a 47-yard strike to Charlie Sullivan. The point after attempt was good, 28-0, which is where we stand right now.
A very important cog on the offense and defense for the Eagles. That is Seneca Hines, is the player that came off the field the previous possession, and looks like he's gone into the locker room.
And this one skims downfield. It is hit by one of the upbacks and then fielded back at the 10, looking for running room and not getting any is McDonough, and good coverage downfield by Albert Navarro. It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. They'll put it in play on their own 19-yard line.
And McDonough did well to bring the ball out that far, as it was actually tipped or hit by an up man, and it was laying on the ground, and he was able to scoop it up.
1st and 10 Eagles. They trail 28-0. Stanley, the score. Central 28, Southwest nothing. Handoff. It doesn't run like McDonough. I'm not sure who that was, John. It
had a little more quickness with his feet. McDonough runs power. And looks like we can pick his number up as he's coming. Just can't tell. So the gain was a nice 5-yard gain.
And this time it is McDonough right into the middle, and McDonough will get an additional yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. The Eagles with that spread formation, no huddle.
Haynes is their center, so they've had to replace him on offense. And on defense, he is the nose tackle, plays up right between the tackle center, the center guard spot. So he's a very important player for this team.
3rd and 4. Youngers with McDonough right next to him. Youngers back to pass, looking downfield, and it is complete. It is Mankin. Who else? Mankin across the 30 to the 32-yard line. He is brought down by Joel Gonzalez Valdez and also Josiel Rodriguez. John, have you noticed we're using some names we haven't used very often?
Well, the score is 28-0, so you want to get some of these kids in. And so far, Youngers continues perfect. He is now 5 for 5.
1st and 10 from the 33. Youngers back to pass, looking, fires. It is complete.
Now he can make it 6 for 6, as he is building on last week's success in the second half.
I believe that was Jonah Estrada with the catch.
Yeah, we've seen Estrada before in the pass patterns, making catches.
2nd and 5. Spartans playing loose, and handoff is McDonough. McDonough will get a yard. Spartans are, I won't say they're playing prevent, but basically they're dropping back in zone coverage. Nathan Rodriguez goes in, and McDonough comes out a bit gimpy. It is 3rd and about 3, a long 3.
So far, this center replacement has been snapping the ball right on target.
Youngers back to pass, fires, and it is in and out of the hands of one of the Spartan linebackers, Julian Cortez.
There is a flag down, Carroll, so let's see if the reason he was able to get to the ball that he held or pass interfered with the receiver. It looks like the call is going to go against the Spartans.
It is holding against the Spartans, defensive holding.
So that will be 15 yards and a first down.
Spotted on the 49-yard line, still in Eagle territory. 1st and 10. We've got 6 minutes to play in the first half. And McDonough leaves the football behind. It wasn't McDonough, that was Rodriguez on the handoff. And the Eagles were fortunate in being able to cover it. The handoff was not clean, and Rodriguez took about 3 steps before he realized he did not have the football. And making the recovery, Andre Rodriguez.
Yeah, very Johnny on the spot, as that could have been disastrous.
2nd and 12. Back to pass, dumping it off under intense pressure and getting dropped. Josiel Rodriguez with pressure on Youngers. And Youngers got hit as he released the ball. It goes incomplete because of that pressure.
And that is the first incompletion on the night for Youngers.
3rd and 12. They're spotted on the 47-yard line in Eagle territory.
Sergio Garcia is now out on the defense playing a safety spot.
Youngers drops back, looking, has time. Now he's chased out of the pocket, and he's looking downfield. He's hit, gets it away. It is complete to Mankin, coming back on the ball, and makes the catch, but he'll be way short of the first down. They'll spot it right on the 50. Intense pressure by a young gentleman by the name of Jared Martin.
Ball sits right at midfield. Mankin doing a great job to help out his quarterback, but now that's going to bring up 4th and 9. And Southwest is back in punting formation.
Elijah Perez back to receive the punt. Kick is away. Another nice kick. Fair catch called for. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They'll put it in play on their own 20-yard line.
Hacienda Snack Bar has been around for a long time, serving breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, serving your favorite breakfast burritos to the Hacienda Burger. And when it comes to catering, they do it right with good hot food. They can put a meal together to fit your budget for any size party, big or small. Stop by Hacienda Snack Bar at 941 K Street in Brawley. Talk to Mario and let him cater your next event, or call 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542.
The high school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
Rodriguez fires into the flat. It is Sergio Garcia with the catch, and that little bubble screen is what they're calling it now. We just used to call it a wide receiver screen, and it picks up about 12.
So that is a first down for the Spartans. Sergio's second catch.
Wide on the left side, Arturo Estrada. Cook and Mancini in the slot on the left side. Back to pass. Rodriguez dumps it off, and it goes incomplete, intended for Marini.
That was miscommunication, Carroll, because Southwest blitz. They had 8 men coming, so Marini is supposed to recognize that and then just go about 5 yards across the line of scrimmage and stop, and that's right where Rodriguez threw the football, but Marini was running downfield, so they'll get that worked out. But that's just recognizing what the other team's doing and taking what they give you.
2nd and 10, and the play is blown dead before it gets underway. Timeout for the Spartans. We'll take timeout. We've got 3:52 to play in the first half. It is Central 28. Southwest nothing.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 Express wash to the $9 Deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 Premium wash. Also, purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District. In-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand-new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Centro. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School. And on the student body sweep, it is Sergio Garcia coming from the wide right receiver, takes the toss, and is scooting down the sidelines across the 50, but we got a flag. Think we're going to have a holding call or a block in the back.
Yeah, this one's going to come back now. The offense was made clearly across the line to gain, so we'll have to figure out if it's going to remain 2nd down, and it looks like that's what it's going to be.
It is holding Spartans. It'll say 2nd down, but now it's 2nd and 8.
So that is one of the few times, Carroll, you'll see a penalty against the team that actually made 2 yards on the play.
Damian Rodriguez takes the snap, looking, fires that little screen to Marini. Marini dances across and cuts it across the 50 to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown. There are flags all over the middle of the field.
Arturo Estrada put a beautiful block on an oncoming Southwest Eagle player to make the tackle, and it was one of those blocks where they're very concerned about what we used to call crackback blocks. And it was obviously the officiating staff, as all 3 of the back judges or the players, the officials on that side of the field threw the flag. So, again, it's going to be 2nd down And we'll just have to wait and see where they stop marching, but they could gain another couple yards on this.
Yep. And they'll spot the ball back on the 32-yard line.
So they actually will lose a yard on that. They started on the 33.
2nd and 9. Is this deja vu all over again, John? 2nd down, 2nd down, 2nd down, 2nd down.
And let's see if Central tries something different here.
Why?
Yeah, now
what they're doing is working, and it's not like they're showing, going very deep in the playbook. They're running the play to the right, the same play to the left.
Somebody pointed out to the official that he mismarked, and so actually it was a 1-yard gain for the Spartans.
And this is a sweep from the other side, and cutting across the 40 and the 50 down the far sideline at the 30. It's Arturo Estrada, and I see no laundry on the field this time. Arturo Estrada, the sophomore.
66-yard touchdown run. And I think that's apropos, as they say, because Arturo Estrada was the offending player on the previous play, and so that time he took it upon himself, an excellent run. But as a sophomore, Carroll, did you see the speed?
Saw the speed. Speed kills, and the Spartans have shown an abundance of that. Miles Rodriguez puts the kick up, and the kick is good. 3:13 to play in the first half. It is Central 35, Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
35-0, the Central Spartans building the lead. We've got 3 minutes and 13 seconds till halftime. The Spartans, some sputtering there with penalties, but they finally put it together. It amounts to an 80-yard drive and only legitimately 3 plays. And another short kick, and it is McDonough at the 18, out to the 20. The 25 gets a block in the back and crosses the 25 to the 28-yard line. I didn't see any block in the back. The Spartans went 80 yards on 3 plays, 1 rushing play, 1 of 2 passing, and the score 66 yards on the student body sweep, as it was Arturo Estrada turning on the afterburners. 1st and 10, Eagles from their own 28-yard line. Back to pass. Youngers looking, gets it away. And did he catch it? Yes, he did. And it was Mankin. Jared Martin has spent more time in the Eagles' backfield than Charlie McDonough tonight, John.
Another excellent reception by Mankin. We'll have all the stats.
Yeah, an excellent reception for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, but he's got 6 receptions on the night, but that ball was low, and he went down and picked it right off the top of the ground.
And it was low because Jared Martin was in his face, big time. And he's been doing that all night long. Coming from a stand-up defensive end, nobody has had much success blocking him. And that time he got faked out and showed he was a freshman, as Youngers put a little bit of a move on him and slipped right by him, and Martin followed the fake.
Well, we've mentioned Martin is a freshman. So nice, positive play by Youngers.
It is 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Youngers looking, again, chased out of the pocket, looking for some place to run and hide, and is hit and dropped by a host of Spartans. And that's not Youngers, John, unless he's changed his number. And
well, he is wearing number 5 since last week.
Okay.
And he did pick up 2 yards, so let's give some props to Youngers as it is 4th down. That young man, as a sophomore, is competing. The scoreboard, obviously, against his side, but he is out there and he's playing hard, trying to do all he can.
4th and 3 from their own 36-yard line. The Eagles will punt. At least they line up in punt formation. Snap back. High, another booming kick, and muffed the punt, and it is picked up, but you can't return the muffed punt.
So first turnover of the evening.
And Elijah Perez lost it in the lights. At least that's my excuse, John.
And did you see who picked up the football?
I did not.
That's Derek Mankin.
Okay.
So that young man has been all over the field tonight.
The Dodgers still have life, leading Atlanta 6-2. That's the latest score we had. The Eagles, far and away their best field position of the evening. Now there's timeout on the field, taken by the Spartans. Will take timeout as well. We've got a minute, 11 seconds to play in the first half. Central 35, Southwest nothing.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 Intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
You're listening to High School Football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. I'm Carroll. He's John. Gabe is pushing the buttons and making the magic happen. It is 1st and 10 Eagles. Back to pass. Youngers chased out of the pocket and spun down. And it is Charlie Sullivan sacking Youngers all the way back at the 46-yard line. Sullivan coming up from a safety spot, just shot the gap and got him. So it's a loss of about 14 yards, 2nd and 24. Clock continues to run. Eagles. Hand off, and it is McDonough trying to get outside and can't as he is stopped. And again, good coverage there. Rodolfo Viziola, the junior, with the tackle. And I'd be surprised if we get another playoff, but the Eagles are lining up as the clock winds down, under 10 seconds. Snap is away. Younger is back, dumps it off, and it is in and out of the hands of Logan Mankin. Goes incomplete, and that's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of football, it is the Central Spartans 35, Southwest Eagles, nothing.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
The CB stop in Calexico Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and Flavor Lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Boucher Road.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you looking for some fun Halloween activities? Look no further, for we have the event for you. On October 30th at 7 p.m., Southwest Orchestra presents Fright Night. This will be a concert filled with spooky and haunted selections for everyone to enjoy. So for the show, join us for an interim petting zoo and a costume contest beginning at 5:30. Tickets are $8 at the Southwest ASB office or at the Southwest Chamber Facebook page and $10 at the door. We all hope you can come join us at our spectacular event. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO Centro.
We are at the half, and it will be, as is typical, a very special halftime performance featuring the Great Spartan Band and the host, Southwest Eagles Band. And as always, it's a pretty darn good show. Patrick Yanni, the director of the Eagles, and Renee Baker in charge of the Great Spartan Band. So eagerly awaiting the performances. But before we do that, let's see how we got to 35-0. And, well, we can recap 5 scoring drives by the Spartans, all of them short. First drive, well, they were long, but done very quickly. First scoring drive, 75 yards on 3 plays. The touchdown came on a pass from Rodriguez to Marini, and that was a 48-yard connection. The point after attempt was good. Second scoring drive came just about 2 minutes later, 56 yards on 1 play. And it was Rodriguez tossing a 56-yard completion to Gavin Marini. Point after was good. That made it 14-0. 47 yards on 2 plays, both plays passing. And it was a toss, 46 yards again, from Rodriguez to Sergio Garcia, the freshman. Point after attempt good. That made it 21-0. And then 9:03 to play in the second quarter. A 10-play drive, 5 rushing plays, 1 of 5 passing. But that passing was a 47-yard toss to Charlie Sullivan for a touchdown. Point after good. That made it 28-0. And then an 80-yard drive in 3 plays. Well, there were about 8 plays, but 5 of them called back on penalties. 1 on the ground, 1 of 2 passing for Rodriguez. Rodriguez pitched to Arturo Estrada. Estrada sweeping to the right, carried it 66 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. The point after attempt, that made it 35-0. We'll be back with more coming up on our halftime show.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 express wash to the $9 deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 premium wash. Also purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and in East Main Street in El Centro.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District. In-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Centro. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School. John Driffill, the numbers.
Well, the most important number is the scoreboard, which shows the visiting Spartans of El Centro Central High School playing against the homestanding El Centro Southwest Eagles, and that's a 35-0 lead here in the first half. Let's take a look at what Southwest and Central did collectively. As a team, Southwest rushed the ball 19 times for 22 yards, but that's because they had several sacks and the one bad snap on the punt that kept those numbers down. 8 for 10 in the first half was the super sophomore for these Eagles, Logan Youngers. 8 for 10, but unfortunately that only amounted to 44 total yards, as he was under pressure all night, just trying to get rid of the football. But he is building upon that success they had last week in the second half against Palo Verde. 8 for 10, 80% completion. I think any coach would take that. With the 44 yards passing, 22 yards rushing, that gives Southwest 66 total yards. They did have 4 first downs, no turnovers. Centro rushed the ball 6 times for 116 yards, but let's be honest, 66 of that, or more than half, actually 65% of it, was on that one touchdown run. 8 for 13 was Damian Rodriguez for 231 yards. That's a lot of yards for some football teams for a season, let alone a half. That gave Central a eye-popping 347 total yards. They did have 9 first downs. There was the one fumble punt that was recovered by the Eagles' Derek Mankin, and no interceptions by Rodriguez. We'll be back to look at the individual stats after this.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
We are at the half in El Centro, California, and on the campus of the Southwest Eagles. Corey mentioned that the Central Spartans have a 2-game winning streak in the city championship game, trying to maintain possession of the Cal Jones Trophy for the city champion. And this will be, if they complete this, it'll be their third straight in the 25th edition. There actually have been 26 years, but last year was a no contest. Central does lead the overall competition 16-8. We mentioned that Southwest has rushed the ball 19 times for 22 yards. They've done that with 5 ball carriers. Esteban McDonough, as always, is the workhorse, getting 11 carries for 33 yards. Logan Youngers actually did have some plays. One was a call play, a couple he had to break the pocket to run, and he was also sacked several times. Ended up with 6 carries for -4. Manti Cervantes, the punter, had a bad snap that he was not able to get the kickoff, so that resulted in a 4-yard loss. Actually, that wasn't a bad snap, Carroll. That was the up snap when they went for it on 4th down, and it went to Seneca Hines, who then pitched the ball to Manti Cervantes, and the Spartans were not fooled. They were not playing punt return. He was brought down for a 5-yard loss. And the other carry of the evening went to Nathan Rodriguez. It was the reverse that ended up losing 2 yards. The 10 attempts that have been completed for 8 different times by 3 different receivers went like this. Jonah Estrada had 1 catch for 6 yards. Esteban McDonough had a catch for 17 yards. And the workhorse with 6 of the 8 catches, Derek Mankin, 6 catches for 21 yards. We'll be back with more after this.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 Express wash to the $9 Deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 Premium wash. Also, purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District. In-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Centro. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School.
We're at the half in El Centro, California, in the campus of Southwest High School, where the Central Spartans are leading the Eagles 35-0. We mentioned what happened in the first half for Southwest on offense, both running and receiving. Now let's take a look and see how Central got the 116 yards on the ground and the 231 through the air, plus their 5 touchdowns. First, on the 6 rushes were spread out among 3 different ball carriers. Charlie Sullivan had 3 carries for 15 yards. Damian Rodriguez had a very big carry where he broke the pocket, ran upfield, picked up 25 yards and a big first down. And the backbreaker, Arturo Estrada, the super sophomore, had 2 carries. One of them was good for a 66-yard touchdown. The 8 receptions were spread among 4 different receivers. First, in the early going, Gava Marini had 3 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. So more than half of the receiving yards were picked up by Gava Marini on 3 catches. Also, Skylar Cook had a catch for 6 yards. The freshman, Sergio Garcia, not to be outdone, had 2 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. And Charlie Sullivan shows that not only can he run from scrimmage, run the Wildcat, he can receive the football as a wideout as well. 2 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. We'll be back with more after this.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
Are you looking for some fun Halloween activities? Look no further, for we have the event for you. On October 30th at 7 p.m., Southwest Orchestra presents Fright Night. This will be a concert filled with spooky and haunted selections for everyone to enjoy. So for the show, join us for an interim petting zoo and a costume contest beginning at 5:30. Tickets are $8 at the Southwest ASB office or at the Southwest Chamber Facebook page, and $10 at the door. We all hope you can come join us at our spectacular event. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
We are at the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro, California. We're at the half. The visiting Spartans lead the homestanding Eagles 35-0 in the city championship game. And Carroll, I know you noticed during the halftime, tremendous display as they unified the Central Great Spartan Band with the band here at Southwest. And it wasn't just the band members. All of the cheerleaders, flag girls, song girls, etc., everybody was together. And I would dare to say there looked like there was more than 200 kids out on the football field. It was an awesome display.
Awesome display, and we should point out the Imperial Valley Music Educators Association Halftime Festival is coming up Tuesday, November 2nd. I have that on very good authority, John, and we know that's going to be a good one.
That's less than 2 weeks away.
So, we got to get through Halloween. Have you decided what you're going to dress up for on Halloween, John?
Actually, I will be at the Fall Fest that our church provides. And if I may, I will be sitting in. Harold Carter, our former chief of police, county sheriff, etc., passed away in September. And he always had a putting booth for the Fall Festival at Central Baptist Church. And so I feel honored that I'm going to uphold his tradition, and we're actually going to call it the Harold Carter Memorial Putting Booth for this year. So that's where I will be for Halloween, so I don't need any kind of costume.
Okay, I thought you might dress as a retired elementary school teacher.
Or a golfer, maybe.
Okay, a duffer. Okay, you probably play golf like I do. Never.
And you will remember this, but probably 80% of our listening audience won't. When you said a duffer, that will be me. I'll be Dorf on golf.
Okay.
Do you remember who played Dorf?
Oh, yes, Tim Conway. And I've got to do a little bit of bragging, John. We mentioned that my grandson, J.J. Timothy Warren Lonis III, J.J., Junior, scored 5 touchdowns yesterday. His Millard South A flag football team, the Patriots, won the regional tournament. They played 2 games yesterday. Jay scored a total of 5 touchdowns, 4 in the first game, 1 in the second game, the winning touchdown in the second game. And they were set to play in the state tournament Saturday, and they've had to call it off because of some COVID restrictions. So the way I see it, Jay's Millard South High School Patriots flag football team in the Unified League is the Nebraska state champion.
Yes, and J.J. well-deserved. You mentioned that he also has a teammate who probably is going to do pretty good on the basketball court.
Well, J.J., I would call him Spider-Man. He's all arms and legs, and he's the fastest kid out there. He got that from me. But one of his teammates on the football field is 6'8". Jay does play basketball. He does play soccer. He obviously plays football, flag football, and softball. And they compete in Special Olympics tournaments. Jay is autistic. Also has epilepsy, has A1 alpha antitrypsin deficiency. I could go on and on with some of his medical issues, but he is a spectacular young man, fully functioning in high school, doing well, and says he wants to be an electrician, John.
And as you mentioned, he is the first one to help up a player off the ground, whether it's his player or teammate or if it's the opposing team. He encourages, so he really is in the spirit of what athletics really should be all about.
That's what it's about. We will have the second half kickoff right now. And, well, I guess it would be pouring salt into the wounds, but the Spartans will receive the second half kickoff. And we'll have that as soon as the officials get set.
I believe there's some kind of a discussion on what they're going to do with the clock, whether or not it's going to... Well, now these Spartans are leaving the field, so I'm not sure if there's something that's malfunctioning or what exactly is going on.
Well, there's a minute 45 seconds left in the halftime. So while there's time left in the halftime, we've got... some messages before we have that kickoff.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thank you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
Okay, John?
Yeah, I want to point out that this officiating crew was up at Blythe last Friday, so definitely an equal opportunity official. Last Friday, we saw one of the very few times where a team is flagged for delay of game because of an excessive long halftime show.
30 minutes is way too long.
but our official here is going to show that he's going to be a stickler the other way, and he's not going to start until that clock's down to 0. So good for him.
The Eagles will kick off west to east. That would be left to right across your radio dial.
And Seneca Haynes does not appear that he'll be able to continue. He is out sitting on the bench. He is now standing up near the 40-yard line. Got his helmet on, but he appears to be gimpy on that right leg.
Deep kick, fielded at about the 15, out to the 20, 25, 30, breaks away, cuts it across field at the 40, and that would be Arturo Estrada. Estrada is finally caught by 5 Eagles, but Estrada brings the ball all the way down to the 31-yard line, 32-yard line in Eagle territory. Estrada, if it hadn't been for the Eagles having the angle, he'd still be running. He'd end up somewhere in Ocotillo, John.
And give the Eagles credit, Carroll. There's no give up on them. They were there pursuing the play, following, and they were able to bring him down, as you mentioned, on the 36-yard line. Long return, and Central is starting their first unit, as you would expect. We've talked about that in the past.
Rodriguez has Sullivan right behind him. Perez goes in motion, the handoff, Sullivan across the 30, the 20, the 15, and a big tackle, big hit by one of the Eagles. And they'll spot the ball on the 11. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans from the Eagle 11.
25-yard pickup on the first play from scrimmage for Sullivan.
And the young man who hit Sullivan comes off the field. I think he got his bell rung just a little bit, John.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to be okay.
First and 10 from the 11. And into the middle goes Sullivan. And that was Mankin.
He's been all over the field tonight, so unfortunately, just a great effort tackle. We've mentioned how he actually was on the other side of the line of scrimmage, meaning the left side. They ran to the right, and he chased it down.
So Mankin getting checked over. Pickup of about 4, 2nd and 6 from the 7.
Central can get a first down without a touchdown.
And in running back slot, Dominic Gomez.
A senior.
And now the Eagles jump offside.
Well, we've seen that play, so they've got that play down pretty good.
So it'll be half the distance. It'll be 2nd and about 3. Spotted on the 4.
And Mankin is up on the sidelines with his helmet on, standing by the coach, so he appears like he wants to go back in. But I think discretion will be a better part of Valor now.
Gomez, the single setback. Gomez with the football. Gomez hit in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for about a 3-yard loss. The interior of the Eagles defense, Eduardo Paez, Justin Villafana with the hit. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 5.
And we have Charlie Sullivan come in. They're going to run the Wildcat from right here.
Sullivan does go back out, shaking his arm like maybe he's got a stinger in the elbow, something like that.
Rodriguez went out, so we'll have to wait and see who's going to be the quarterback.
And the Spartans will huddle up. And we've got fireworks, John.
Yeah, fireworks in the air and on the field.
Okay.
It's going to be that same Dominic Gomez in the
Gomez with the Wildcat takes it right into the end zone, right up the middle. Hole opens big time. And the Spartans put another one up. Dominic Gomez, the senior, carries it in for the score. And we will have the point after attempt. Miles Rodriguez will give it a shot. Again. Snap back, kick up, kick is good. And we've got 9:21 to play in the third quarter. Our score, it is Central 42 and Southwest nothing.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley. The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and Play the Lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Balfour Road.
Yeah, Carroll, we had a penalty on the PAT, and for whatever reason, the Spartans declined it because the kick was good, and they did not take the penalty on the kickoff, so Centro's going to kick off from their own 40, as they always do.
Nice kick. Fielded at about the 12. And out to the 20, 25, turning up the sideline and stepping out of bounds. The return by Nathan Rodriguez, the senior, gives the Eagles some decent field position.
Nathan running the ball right up the field and then broke to the outside, up the sidelines, took it all the way out to the 38-yard line. So nice return for Nathan.
Our game here tonight, the only high school game tonight. Tomorrow night, Mickey Dale George Grahava will have the Imperial Tigers, Calexico Bulldogs on AM 1230. Handoff, and again, it is McDonough. McDonough will pick up across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So it's a pickup of about 4, bring up 2nd and 6.
And, Carroll, we seem to have a mix of starters and secondary players in on the defense right now. Tyler Cook is not out there, but some of the other starters are. Alberto Reyes is not a non-starter, but he's back as a safety position, and we'll try to get the rest for you at the changes.
And the handoff, it is again McDonough. McDonough will get maybe a yard, and the Spartan defense collapses on him. Joel Gonzalez Valdez also out there getting some playing time.
We might have to check Jared Martin's birth certificate because he does not play like a freshman. That time he was rushing, and he fought off the block and then collapsed down to stop the ball carrier for only a yard gain.
3rd and 5. Dumping off a little screen. It is complete to McDonough, and McDonough is sandwiched. Marini in there with the tackle, and also with the first hit, Jose Vargas, the senior.
7-yard pickup. First pass of the second half by either team goes for a first down as well. The ball right at midfield.
1st and 10. Eagles. They trail 42-0. Handoff again. McDonough trying to string it out, and he will get nowhere. He is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Jared Martin. No, Martin was in the pursuit, but Rodolfo Lizola with the tackle. Also in on the tackle, Dominic Lerma. 2nd and 10. Nate Smith lined up wide on the right side. We haven't called his name at all tonight, have we, John?
Excuse me, I want to say Julian Cortez also is in on the defense for the Spartans, trying to get these players named.
Younger's back to pass, dumps it off. It is complete, and it'll be a pickup of about 2 yards. That's it. And the pass completed to Jonah Estrada. On the tackle, Joel Gonzalez Valdez.
And yes, you called it right, Carroll. That's a 1-yard gain, so the ball is now sitting in Central Spartan territory on the 49.
Spartans, they're going to be playing the football, looking for a pick. And it is chased out of the pocket, turning it upfield, dumping it off, and it goes incomplete. Intended downfield, but it goes incomplete. Damian Nelson broke it up. So it is 4th and 9. The Eagles will come out. We've got 6:15 to play in the third quarter.
Elijah Perez, Carroll, is going back to receive this punt.
Catch it cleanly, Elijah.
Coach is showing confidence after the muff at the end of the first half.
Okay, ends can't move like that. But that's okay. No flag. We don't need it. Another nice kick. Perez will... That's an adventure. He catches it diving forward. It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans. They put the ball on their own 23-yard line.
Hacienda Snack Bar has been around for a long time, serving breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, serving your favorite breakfast burritos to the Hacienda Burger. And when it comes to catering, they do it right with good hot food. They can put a meal together to fit your budget for any size party, big or small. Stop by Hacienda Snack Bar at 941 K Street in Brawley. Talk to Mario and let him cater your next event, or call 760-344-5542. That's 344-5542.
Jaden Medina winds up way wide on the left side. The handoff bell goes up the middle, and it'll come back because Medina was in motion. The handoff went to Dominic Gomez, but that should cost them 5.
Yes, that Medina is the younger brother of the Medina that played here 2 years ago very successfully as a 3-year starter.
So it'll be 1st and 15.
Again, the younger brother of Jonathan Medina.
Medina wide on the left side in the slot there, Damian Nelson. In the backfield, Darian Nelson. Darian gets the handoff. Darian cuts it to the outside, turns it upfield across the 30 to the 33-yard line, but there's laundry on the field again.
Yeah, it looks like that once again Central had somebody in motion.
These are, for the most part, guys that haven't had a whole lot of playing time, John.
Yeah, they certainly haven't had any tonight because this is their first action, but that's fine. I give Central props for that. Although we still are playing stop clock, Central doesn't have their first string out there, not trying to run up the points. And JJ's trying to help them a little bit, even though it was a penalty. He's go ahead, wind the clock, let it run as of that play. They're still going to play stop clock on incompletes, etc.
1st and 20. And that student body sweep to the right side. And picking up a couple of yards is Elijah Perez. Perez picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Perez picks up 5 that they lost on the second motion penalty.
You can see there's a whole bunch of fresh jerseys in there because they kind of look at each other and say, am I really supposed to be here? Alberto Reyes goes in motion, but the handoff goes right up the middle. And picking up just about 2 yards and not much else. And again, that would have been Dominic Gomez.
A whole pile of players down there. Dominic Gomez, he of the touchdown here in the third quarter, was able to pick up only a yard that time. Third and long.
Complete and slipping, but maintaining his balance, but losing a yard is Elijah Perez. That'll bring up 4th down, and I believe the Spartans' first punt of the evening, John?
Yes, this will be their first kick of this football game, as Perez did a nice job of not going down. But as we've seen on the other side of the football, that pass completed actually ended up losing a yard.
4th and 17. Kick is away. Nice high kick. Turns over, bounces at the 40, hits a eagle, and the Spartans recover it. Sergio Garcia heads up, recovers it after it hit one of the Eagles who had his back to the ball.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. He's running downfield trying to find somebody to block and didn't get much help from the sidelines saying, up, because the ball was way up in the air coming down. Hit him right in the helmet, bounced forward, and Garcia right there. So the first turnover of the night for the Eagles, and Central's offense back out on the field.
1st and 10. Hayden Hernandez is in at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands off, and looking for room inside. Nothing there. Goes to the outside, keeping his feet, dancing down the sideline. Picking up good yardage is Darian Nelson, the senior. Carries it all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's good for a first down. Darian Nelson.
Only Central's third first down since they've had that short scoring drive that picked up 2 first downs.
Hernandez has Nelson right next to him. And again, it is Darian Nelson into the middle. He'll pick up across the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Nelson was going to go back on the sidelines and say, it was pretty easy out here, but that time he had some defensive players right there. Nice play by the Eagles defense to collapse on that.
Single setback right now is Dominic Gomez. Perez goes in motion. Gomez gets the handoff. Gomez right up the middle. Gomez across the 30 to the 20, across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
5-yard pickup.
Lead block downfield there by Michael Taylor, a 250-pound junior. 3rd and 3. Gomez, the single setback. Gomez with the football. Gomez will get down close to the first down, close to the, they'll spot it on the 16. And that will bring up 4th and about a yard. And are we going to try a field goal? Might be a good time to practice.
It looks like Centro's going to line up and go for it. It's 4th and
Cesar Becerra. Becerra now in the backfield. Behind Hayden Hernandez. Becerra with his first carry, and Becerra picks up yardage across the 10 down to the 5. See, Coach, I can play. Give me the ball, Coach.
Becerra Jr., the first time we've called his name all year, Carroll.
He stays in at tailback. Play comes in from the sideline. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
7 different ball carriers have carried the ball for the Spartans tonight.
And it, you know, again, it's something I can relate to. You get a big lead. Hey, I've been there at practice, Coach. I get a chance to play. 1st and goal from the 5. Becerra, the single setback. Becerra with the football. Becerra down to about the 2. Struggles and will be stopped there, short of the goal. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Clock continues to run. We've got, well, they stopped the clock for some reason. It looks like there is a penalty against the Spartans.
Yeah, this one's not going to count. It's going to come back, so it'll be 1st and goal from
the 10. Now they wind the clock, and that's it. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score, it is Central 42, Southwest nothing.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 express wash to the $9 deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 premium wash. Also, purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Well, John, as we said, we're getting to call names deep in the roster that we haven't been able to call before, and I like that.
Yeah, and the referees now are doing the obvious that we'll be running time. They don't have to get permission from the coaches. It's automatic in the 4th quarter.
Hayden Hernandez, the quarterback. Hayden Hernandez, hands off, trying the middle, and there is nothing there. The Eagles front defense holds up.
Yeah, that was Dominic Gomez again on a carry, and it looks like they're going to give him no gain. Second and goal, just outside the 10-yard line.
Hayden Hernandez from the shotgun. On the sweep. Now there's another flag. We don't need the flag.
Well, it shouldn't stop the clock, though, because with running clock, you don't stop it for penalty. You only stop it for injuries and timeouts, and sometimes for touchdowns, depending upon who the refs are.
Well, you know, at this point of the game, even with the running clock, it's a good idea. Just keep the flag in your pocket.
And now that's what they're saying they're doing.
Waved off the flag. Oh, no, okay.
The penalty was declined, so they're going to
penalty declined. They'll take the down. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 12. Okay. Again, we're calling players we have not called all year.
And that's good. They'll be part of the city championship game.
Snap back, Gomez with the football. Gomez lowers his shoulder, bulls his way down for a couple of yards, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Okay,
4th and
Carroll,
goal from about the 6.
looks like you're going to get your field goal or your first string. One of the two's out there on the field right now. I believe I'm trying to find number 25, so yes, we're going to have a field goal attempt.
Well, it's a good time to practice. Well, and by the time we're done, Miles Rodriguez may be the leading scorer tonight.
This will be a 22-yarder.
Hernandez will hold it. Snap back. Bounces. Hernandez picks it up, and he is tattooed. And so that field goal is no good. The Eagles will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. And it's, you know, you don't need the points, but it's a good time to work on your kicking game. And now.
That snap shows that they needed that, Carroll.
Yes.
It was not a good snap.
And now it is incumbent upon the officials to keep control of the game. And I'm not saying that anybody's going to do anything, but there is frustration when you're trailing 42-0 in an emotional game.
And we do have fresh uniforms on the field for Central.
And now the Eagles move.
Yeah, a couple of them move, so you can't do that. You can move, but not as they did with 2 of them going in motion at the same time and not resetting. But the clock does continue, so maybe a couple more of those calls by the officials, and we'll have this game put to bed.
And we can tell you the Dodgers won.
And the flag has been picked up, so the discussion was good for a couple minutes off the clock.
Eagles with it, 1st and 10. Chased out of the pocket, looking downfield, dumping it off, and it is caught. And a nice catch. And credit to Jonah Estrada, the sophomore, coming back on the ball, giving his quarterback a chance to get rid of it.
And that is a first down. 3 for 4 here, and the second half is Youngers as they move the ball all the way out to the 24-yard line on that 11-yard pickup, the biggest pickup of the half.
1st and 10, spotted on the 25-yard line. Youngers drops back, again chased out of the pocket, dumps it off. It is complete, and a beautiful open field tackle. And that was by Darian Nelson.
We're trying to see who was the receiving player because he did pick up 4 yards. And I believe, Jonah Strata, second straight catch in a row.
2nd and 6. Dumping a little screen off, it is complete, and that would be McDonough. And McDonough is wrestled down. And in on the tackle, Joel Gonzalez Valdez.
And that is good for a first down, Carroll.
Jacob Beltran Cazares also in there. It is 1st and 10 Eagles. We've got 6 minutes to play in this football game. The Spartans lead 42-0.
Everybody's in tight now for the Eagles. Looks like Palo Verde.
Dropping back, looking, fires. It is complete, and I believe that's Mankin for about a 3-yard gain. And there's the frustration that I was concerned about. A second flag comes out, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike personal against one of the Eagles.
And they should not stop the clock. There's no stopping the clock for personal fouls. As we mentioned, it's only for injuries, timeouts, and again, depending upon who the official is, if a touchdown scored, they can stop the clock or let it run.
And again, you're trailing 42-0. It gets emotional. And it's a personal foul against the Spartans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't read the official's mind from up here, but perhaps they felt that the player used his helmet in targeting to making the catch.
Yes, but then the player turned and threw the football at the opposing player.
Well, perhaps the officials didn't catch that, as it will be a first down. That was Mankin's first reception here in the second half. Hopefully the clock is running through all of this.
It is. 1st and 10. Spotted on the 49-yard line in Spartan territory. First time the Eagles have been there in the second half. Dumps it off, and again, it is, did he catch it? Yes, he caught it, and he lost about 4 yards on that catch. Jonah Estrada, as Youngers has been under pressure all night long, and he's getting the pass off, but it's not on target. And several of his receivers have made catches on their knees or going down, coming back on the ball. Handoff, and again, it is McDonough. McDonough will pick up 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd. Okay, we'll give him a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 10.
McDonough picked up the 4 yards that was lost on the previous reception, which would have been better if the young man had just let the ball hit the ground.
Clock runs. We're down to about 3:30. Dumping it off. It is complete. And the catch by William Lillian. First time we've called his name tonight, John.
Yeah, William has been a very active receiver, but that is his first catch of the evening.
It'll bring up 4th down at about 2. Eagles will go for it, yes. And it will be Youngers, and Youngers will be tossed back, won't get it, and in there on the tackle was Albert Navarro. It'll be Spartans ball, 1st and 10, spotted on their own 45-yard line.
And we should have a couple victory formation kneel downs as both teams are already starting to line up near the sidelines by the 50-yard line.
The 1st and 10, we've got a little bit more than 2 minutes to play. Coming out wide on the right side. I can't tell you who he is. Braden Mayo also wide on the right side, but flags fly.
We have an interior line, too, that has not played tonight, and the center being one of those players forgot the snap count. Everybody moved, and then after they all moved, then he decided to hike the football, like, oops. So this will be 5 yards, but as we mentioned, the clock will continue to run.
1st and 15, doesn't matter, minute 30 to play. And that does mean, yes, the Spartans can take a knee, the victory formation, and they can do that 3 times, and our game will be over. And that's exactly what they're lining up to do. Hayden Hernandez, the quarterback.
Yeah, that young man's going to end up with some negative yards here as he's going to kneel down at least twice. There's
the first time, and going to have to do it twice more.
And the referee was not looking. He was watching the clock, and as he heard the center hike the ball, then he turned around to see what's going on.
So it'll be 2nd down. Should have one more kneel down, and that should do it.
So
the Central Spartans will come out of this with a 42-0 lead.
And this will be our final time to see the the Eagles this year, Carroll.
And that's it. That's our game. As time expires, our final score, it is the Central Spartans 42, the Southwest Eagles, nothing.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
The original Town Pump has relocated in Brawley at Brownies Diner, offering you the same great steaks and more. Open every day except Monday with patio dining, with breakfast and lunch served from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., dinner from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., and open Sunday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now with indoor dining. For delicious home-style cooking at its best, now there's one location that has it all. Brownies Diner in Brawley. The CB Stop in Calexico is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and Play the Lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Balfour Road.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Well, the Central Spartans came out, scored early, scored often through the first half, went into the halftime with a 35-0 lead. And in the second half, for the most part, they were playing their second and third teams and managed to end up with a 42-0 win. And one of the things I know the Spartans are thrilled about is the fact that they shut out the opponent, and they were able to rack up 42 points without really showing much of their playbook. One of the reasons I say that is because next week they've got a much tougher opponent. And they've got a game that will definitely decide the Imperial Valley League championship. Now, we should point out Brawley is Division III. The Central Spartans are Division II. So just by winning, it's going to get complicated is what it amounts to, because when it comes to seeding for the playoffs, Brawley will be in one division and the Spartans will be in another. And I fully anticipate both Brawley and Central will end up in the playoffs. We'll just, again, we'll have to see. The Spartans obviously can help themselves quite a bit with a win next week in the Bell game. So there's a lot of different things that are going to play out and a lot of different possibilities that are going to happen. Next week, we'll look ahead. Probably with the bye this week, it'll be the Bell game, Central and the Wildcats at Cal Jones Field. That gives, of course, the Spartans a little bit of an edge there. The Southwest Eagles next week will take on the Imperial Tigers. That could be a very good matchup, and it will definitely have some playoff implications for the Tigers. And again, the Tigers are a Division III school. So you can't really point at what's going to happen at the seeding meetings because emotions and past performances or perceived performances enter into it. Some of the positives for the Spartans, they played a pretty tough preseason schedule against Mount Carmel, Point Loma, Palm Desert. That one won't really count because Palm Desert is in the southern section. Vista, Christian, those are all pretty good teams out of the San Diego area. So it, again, a lot of different implications, and some of them may become a little bit more clear after tomorrow night's games. And as we pointed out, tomorrow night, Vincent will be at Palo Verde. They'll be in Blythe. It will be Imperial and Calexico. That game with Mickey Dale and George Grahava will be on AM 1230 and on our website, KXORadio.com. Holtville takes on Calapat. And again, Holtville in a good position for high seeding in the playoffs as a Division V school. By the way, Vincent Memorial this year is a Division IV school. So so many different things that enter into where we are and where we will be. The Spartans, as I said, dominated tonight against the Southwest Eagles, but that's not going to do them a whole lot of good when it comes time for the seedings. We've got some numbers coming up. John Driffill with the stats as he sharpens his pencil, and that's coming up.
McNeece Mart is your one-stop convenience store with a drive-through car wash. And now McNeece Mart has upgraded their car wash. It's state-of-the-art with 3 different washes to choose from the $7 express wash to the $9 deluxe wash to the best of the best $12 premium wash. Also, purchase 8 gallons of fuel and get $1 off your car wash. And get the punch card. Pay for 5 washes, get the 6th one free. Yes, McNeece Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood Road and East Main Street in El Centro.
Exciting things are happening in the Central Union High School District. In-room instruction is underway with all precautions to keep students and staff safe. After-school athletics and activities are happening. Students and teachers are getting the education and interaction they need. And coming soon, the dedication of the brand new state-of-the-art STEM building on the campus of Centro. Exciting times on all campuses. Southwest High School, Desert Oasis, and Phoenix Rising High Schools, Central Union High School, and the CUHS Adult School.
Welcome back to Southwest High School, where for the city championship game, 3rd year in a row, Central comes away victorious, putting them now 17 up and 8 down. to the Eagles in this city championship game for the Kyle Jones Trophy. Southwest ran the ball 24 times from scrimmage for 30 yards. You have to add in all the sacks. That's why the number was down to 30. 16 for 20 on the game was the super sophomore Logan Youngers. But those 20 attempts and 16 completions only added up to 79 total yards, giving the Eagles 109 total yards. 8 first downs. They did have one fumble that actually hit a player on a punt and was recovered by the Spartan Sergio Garcia. We had 4 different ball carriers for the Eagles running those 24 rushes. First, you had Logan Youngers was credited with 7 carries for -8 yards. Nathan Rodriguez had a carry for -2 yards. Esteban McDonough had 15 carries for 42 yards. And Manti Cervantes on the fake punt was tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that's the 24 carries for a total of 30. The 16 receptions were spread out among 4 ball carriers, 2 main ball carriers. But first, let's give a credit to William Lillian for 1 reception for 8 yards. Also, Esteban McDonough, catching the ball from Logan Youngers, had 3 catches for 30 yards. Getting 5 catches was Jonah Estrada for 18 yards. And having a big first half, especially with 7 catches, 1 more in the second half, was the most valuable player for the Eagles, Derek Mankin. He ended up with 7 catches, 23 yards. Central had 23 rushes from scrimmage for 178 yards. 9 for 14 passing was the junior Damian Rodriguez for 230 yards, and that gave Central 408 total yards. 14 first downs. There was 1 fumble that was recovered by the ever-present Mankin. Spreading out the 23 carries for the Central Spartans, Charlie Sullivan had 5 carries for 44 yards. Damian Rodriguez had 1 carry for 25 yards. Arturo Estrada, 2 carries for 76 yards. One of those, a 66-yard touchdown. Elijah Perez had a carry for 5 yards. Damian Nelson had 3 carries for 24 yards. Cesar Becerra had 1 carry for 11 yards. And Hayden Hernandez, kneeling down 3 times for -7 yards, gets credit for all of those carries, giving Central the 23 carries for 178 yards. The 9 completions were spread out among 5 different ball carriers, only 1 pass in the second half. That was completed to Elijah Perez for a -1 yard, his only catch on the game. Charlie Sullivan had 2 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Sergio Garcia, 2 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Skylar Cook, 1 catch in the first half for 6 yards. And Gavin Marini had 3 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I failed to mention the other ball carrier that I left out was Dominic Gomez, the senior, ended up with 8 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown. The most important stat, Central put 42 points on the scoreboard. Southwest was kept off the scoreboard. And we'll be back next week with the Bell game.
Okay, John. Of course, the score 42-0. The numbers obviously indicate that. And we'll have to see what happens next week. We should have 2 pretty good teams. The Brawley Wildcats 3-0 in league. The Central Spartans now 3-0 in league, and it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. The tomorrow night, as we mentioned, it will be the Imperial Tigers, the Calexico Bulldogs. They will tee it up. And we'll have that game on our website, KXORadio.com, with Mickey Dale and George Grijalva. It'll also be live on AM 1230 KXO, so you don't want to miss that. Next week, we'll be at Cal Jones Field. High school football brought to you this evening by the CB's Top in Calexico. Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley, Julie Oliver of Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent. McNeece Mart, Dogwood and Maine in El Centro. The Town Pump and Brownies Diner in Brawley. The Central Union High School District, Stan's Auto Body, Imperial Valley College, and the Broken Yolk Café. Next week, the Bell game, Brawley and Central. on AM 1230 KXO. Our final score again, Central defeated Southwest 42-0. For John Driffill, I'm Carroll Buckley. Thanks to assistance from Kurt Hoffman and our producer-engineer, Gabe Lemus. Have a great evening.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.